Werner Bergengruen was a German Baltic writer. He was born in 1892 in Riga, then part of the Russian Empire, the son of Dr. Paul Emil Bergengruen and Helene von Boetiche. Between 1903 and 1910 he was sent to schools in Germany by his parents to avoid the Russification of education in contemporary Latvia. First to the Catarineum zu Lübeck, and then to the Gymnasium Philippinum in Marburg. He continued studying at the Philipps-Universität Marburg and Ludwig-Maximilians Universität München, but did not complete his studies. During World War I he served as a volunteer, reaching the rank of lieutenant. After the war he joined the volunteer corps trying to free Riga from the Red Army in 1919, taking time off to get married to Charlotte Hensel in the meantime. In 1920 he became a journalist working for periodicals like Ostinformationen and Baltische Blätter. Moving to Berlin in 1927 he soon became vocally opposed to the rise of National Socialism, issuing his most famous novel Der Großtyrann und das Gericht in 1935, a critique of the Nazi regime that was ironically praised by the NSDAP's party newspaper Der Volkische Beobachter. In 1937, after it sold 1 million copies, they realized their mistake and excluded him from the Reichswriter Association as incapable of contributing to the development of German culture. After the war, he moved to Switzerland and Rome before settling in Baden-Baden in 1958, where he died in 1964. We will cover his 1959 collection, Zorn, Zeit und Ewigkeit. The supernatural in this collection is never outright malicious, but there is at least an unsettling atmosphere in some of the stories, like The Grey and White Woman, the story of a military battalion stationed in an old French castle, and a man seeing 2 apparitions and collapsing in fear. The appearance of both heralding his oncoming death without him knowing it, or the son and the mother where a son studying at a distant university is suddenly told his mother died of an illness before his father remarried with suspicious rapidity. But when he comes back, his mother's mute apparition warns him to leave, dagger still stuck firmly in her chest, the same dagger he finds his father holding as he sneaks up to his son's room at night, before suddenly dying of a heart attack. The Free Stars has the only gruesome visual in the book, where a dead woman's skull is seen slouching around the ground somehow after it gets dug up from her suicide grave, before eventually being put in the family crypt next to the man over whose death she killed herself. Then there is a middle ground where the events are at least interesting, like in The Dancing Feet, where a particular crack in the wall in a top story of a ruined uninhabited castle occasionally reveals dancing feet at a ball from 100 years ago. The new owner of the castle comes to observe this again and again, but before he can figure it out, he must leave his home forever after the invasion of Latvia by the Red Army. The Spelchian Gateway has a man and his 3 children die from being walled in 2 separate rooms, but it never explains how that happened. The last time we saw them before this, they were heading towards a boat bridge over a frozen lake. On the other hand, there are stories where the supernatural premonition is so minor it feels like a whole lot of nothing. The ball in the East Wing has a vision of a dance ball to herald the oncoming death of a baron's son. Yes, it feels very random. The last story, The Guardian Angel, is downright vacuous. A man has a dream about someone driving a hearse and then sees the man operating an elevator in real life, so he gets off the elevator just before it crashes and kills everyone inside. The title story is also the worst because it's the longest, but only because of a bunch of filler. Like an old man trying to murder a child because the boy handed him a handle of a rake to shake instead of a hand. So the old man tries to kill him with it, then leaves still complaining. And it's presented like a minor foible and not well attempted child murder. The narrator then drowns his wife in the lake, but though someone sees her unlaid spirit glide by, nothing comes of it as he just throws the evidence into a swamp, cause he's not prone to murderous rage anymore, because he looked at a guy blowing some glass in a glassworks factory.